This is Hearst, Ontario, where most people speak French. And time now is 12:15. And I started this morning in Cochrane, which is about 220 kilometers away from here. It took me 3 hours. The roads are awful, and I forgot to charge my GoPro, so I charge it now. We got about 95% battery, so I'm gonna show you. I'll be heading west from Hearst, and the next stop is Robin Donuts in Long Lake, Ontario, and that's 209 kilometers. If our road's as bad as over there, it'll take me 3 hours again, and I think I'll just have to stop there because again I'm dealing with the issue of early sunset, you know. But my truck looked like I had to buy fuel again because my average was 90 liters per 100 kilometers, if you can believe that. And it looked like this, and I already cleaned it up, but there was snow in here. There was like a huge icicle in here, and I could feel the truck now is much heavier because there's so much snow, you know. So look at this. This is like a Christmas road train. I think that's what we're gonna call this blockbuster. Christmas road train. Yeah, you see this? Man. So it's minus 17 Celsius. And of course the morning, it was one adventure after another. First off, I parked in there. I thought, you know, on the weekend it'll be empty, and so I parked alongside at the exit at that Esso there. And then overnight a bunch of people came over, and because, you know, but well, there was no parking spots where I parked. I parked kind of like this, where I pulled forward, right? But I wake up in the morning, there's 3 trucks ahead of me, like maybe 5 feet away, and there's a B train parked over there, and I had to go like this. So I cannot go because of this truck, or actually 2 trucks here, and the B train. So I waited, hoping they would start moving. The sunrise was at 7:45, so I could have left at 7:15. So I see 7:10, nobody was moving. 7:15, still everybody's asleep. 7:20, okay, that's it. I lost patience. I went, started knocking on the door, and some French-speaking girl, no, the B-train guy was Indian guy, like wakes up, you know, I said, could you just please move, you know, like 20 feet forward, so that you open a bigger gap so I can turn like this, right? Because the rear of his trailer was too close. I would hit him with the rear of my trailer. And so he moved that way, parked like across the space. And then I went knock on the door of this, and actually she just showed up here. It's that driver in there, SH Logistics, very nice girl, you know. She said, oh, I'm sorry, and now she just pulled over next to me, and you know, I was just coming back with the coffee. I got coffee in here. By the time I got to the truck, it was cold, so I went to the Shell. Much nicer place, except I wish they would have parking in there, but actually, well, they do, but I never go there. I don't know if I can go there with this road train. But that, even though it's much smaller, but inside it's like so much better, you know. They have fresh coffee all the time. There's some cookies, you know, peanuts, whatever. But over there's fuel, and so I was getting low on fuel again, so I had to go there. $1.54.9 Canadian per liter. And what do? If you don't have fuel, there's no trucking, right? And so I come back with this coffee from here, and that SH Logistics girl pulls over, and she opens her passenger window and she says, "I'm sorry about this morning." I'm like, who the heck is this? What are you talking about? And then I look at the sign on the door. I remember that company, SH Logistics. I said, "Oh no." I said, "Okay, no problem." Because she was so apologetic, you know, like, because somebody could say, "You know what, go F yourself," right? Like, you open the window. I was thinking about this, like, what do I do if these guys say, basically, get lost, you know, we're not moving? What do they do? Call the cops, call the truck stop, but I don't think they would do anything.
Continue on Ontario 11 West for 209 kilometers.
And it's slippery. Like, my wheels are spinning now. You see, that's my average, 86.4 liters. Oh yeah, man, next time I'm stopping here. Look at this. And what is this? That's some kind of new card lock, Pepco. So you need to have the fuel card. Yeah, see, if I push the throttle, it starts spinning. Because I don't have that much weight. I only have 50 psi on the drives. And oh yeah, and so the adventure in the morning, it did not end there, where I pushed these trucks away from me. And then, you know, the truck was already warm. The truck was already warm, and that guy is nuts. You can see it's all ice in there, right? I'm just following the tracks. I don't care about the lines. I'm following the tracks. I mean, the clean pavement. But these guys are in a rush. That's how they all end up in ditches over there. So anyway, I got stuck. I tried to move, I can't, you know, because it snowed. There was a heavy snow overnight. Like, when I woke up, half of my windshield was covered in snow. And I tried this way and that, tried backing, then tried rocking the truck, first gear, second gear, third gear, nothing. So I'll go inside, and this is the second time I get stuck at this truck stop. But last time I got stuck near the pumps in there. I slept near the pumps, and now I knew better than to stay there, so I moved to this place. And then it snowed overnight. And of course, these trucks are useless. This 6x6 and all these differential locks, axle locks, it's all BS. It's all a marketing gimmick. They never work. You know, this much snow, I don't know, 2 inches, less than 2 inches, and the truck is useless, helpless. So anyway, I went inside. I know they sell salt. They sell road salt. It was like $7 Canadian a bag, 10 kilos, probably like 20 pounds. So I got 2 bags, sprayed them under the wheels, drive tires. Nothing. Waited half an hour, tried many times before, nothing. Okay. So I go back inside. I said, give me 2 more bags. They gave me 2 more bags, and this time I made sure I put the salt right. You know, I put my gloves on, and I just put the salt right under the tire, because before it was like in close proximity, but not under the tire. This way I just push it like this under each tire and cleaned up the snow in front of the Jeep. Well, that must be fun. Check this out, right? All-wheel drive, that guy will go anywhere. But these trucks, even though my tires are quite good, and so when I did that, you know, pushed the salt right under the tires, then I waited 10-15 minutes and I was able to get out. So very useful, this road salt. And then I started driving. It was awful. The road was, I thought even of turning back, because it started snowing like crazy, you know, but there was snow plows couldn't drive faster than 80 kilometers an hour, 50 miles an hour, because it's so windy outside. So I'm driving at 90, like even now I see my boost is 25. Like I'm barely driving. I'm driving what, 77 kilometers an hour. And that's why it took me so long. So it took me 3 hours to get from Cochrane, Ontario to Hearst, Ontario. And yeah, I thought I would be in Nipigon this evening, but there's no way. See, like that's it. I'm driving an 8 low, and the throttle is almost into the floor, but because I have so much weight now, all that snow and ice, screw this. So we'll just set the cruise control at 80 kilometers an hour. My tablet was getting low on the juice. So yeah, I wish I could have shown you guys the road before. It was scary, especially just west of Cochrane, because the snow was falling, but I could see the road was plowed, but the snow was falling again, and I could see there was salt, because the further I was going west, the more you know, I saw clear patches where the salt melted. Yeah, so this is very slow. It's gonna be very slow driving today because of extremely low temperatures, so super high fuel consumption. And I filled up yesterday. Yesterday I spent 600 Canadian. I filled up because I was pretty much empty. So I filled up the left side. And over there the fuel was pretty much similar to this. It was like $1.52. $1.52, that's about $6 Canadian per US gallon. 6, so divided by 1.3, what is that? 4? No, it's over 4. It's somewhere between 4 and 5 US per gallon. But what do you do, right? There's no choice. Either you buy the expensive fuel, or you sit on the side of the road and you wait for the prices to go down. That's not a good approach. So I'm just saying that when you do heavy haul, you gotta be extremely careful planning your cash flow with crazy loads like this, especially in winter. And by crazy loads, I mean long distance, right? It's, well, this particular Highway 1117, it's, you know, in good weather, it takes me all day to do 600 kilometers or 400 miles, because it's 2-lane roads. Sometimes they have construction, and you go through a bunch of towns. You know, there's reduced speed limit. No, yeah, I'm not going on that ice. I'm sorry. You want to pass me, you'll have to pass me on the right. Maybe it's okay. I don't know, but the guy's already in the right lane. Yeah, let him pass me. Yeah, on these roads and this weather, you gotta practice some kind of a sensible egoism. Because he cannot, it's not easy for him to jackknife, right? But for me, it's pretty easy. Because I got so many points of, you know, articulation, right? I got the Jeep. So fifth wheel with the Jeep, then the Jeep with the trailer, and then last but not least is the booster. Yeah, and I checked the weather report for Hearst, thinking maybe I should wait a little bit and maybe it'll get warmer. It says no. Minus 16 at 12 o'clock, minus 17, and then it becomes minus 18 Celsius. Like instead of warming up, it becomes colder. And I checked Nipigon. I think Nipigon was minus 22. Oh man, I made it worse. Sorry about that. And I went inside that gas station because for some reason when the temperature went down, yeah, I had that beeping thing, right? Low coolant. And I don't see any leaks. I opened the engine compartment again. I checked if there's any leaking, you know, connections anywhere. I didn't see anything. So I figured it was just because of cold temperature. But just to be on the safe side, I wanted to buy another jug because I used up half of the jug I had the day before. And so I go inside, and of course you have to use the same color of the coolant. Mine is red. And so I asked the guy at the counter, I grabbed one that has a red cap and it says heavy duty for diesel engines. So I'm thinking that's a red color, but I don't know. So I asked him, I show him the jug, I said, hey, what color is this? And he looks at me kind of like perplexed, you know, doesn't know what I'm talking about. What do you mean? Said, color, what's the color of the coolant? I don't know. Like, it's, they never know, you know. Like once I remember I also had an argument with a guy. I said, so I cannot use anything unless it's red. So you don't know what color it is, like how do you expect me to pay you? Can I open it? Of course no, because it's sealed. There's, once you untwist the cap, there's a foil seal in there. So, and he says, no, you cannot take that seal off. So I remember I bought one, and then of course I look inside it, I think it was green or something. So I didn't want to, you know, risk damaging my engine, so I just threw it away. But this one, I think usually when it has a red cap, usually it's red. Because that was the only one that I bought. It was the only one with the red cap. Okay, we got another oversize over here. Kenworth W9. I'll just go slow like this. Screw this, you know. I can't fill up twice in one day, but that's what I did pretty much now, right? I filled up yesterday before parking there at Cochrane, and I just drove 3 hours with the average fuel consumption of pretty much like 90 liters per 100 kilometers. Unbelievable. And again, half of the way I was driving in the same way I'm driving now, with in 8 low or gear 17 at 80 kilometers an hour. But now it looks much better. It looks like, I see the sun is shining, whereas before it was all murky and dark, lots of snow. It was either falling from the sky or it was blowing from the side of the road because of the wind. And at least the road is clear. Before it looked like that, like the shoulder, with like this much open space where trucks went by. It was, you know, you could see black pavement